Research, then I was very unsure about what exactly I wanted to do here. I knew, let's say, in an abstract way, that I wanted to work with local plants, and I knew that I wanted to work with emotion and with tannins, but I didn't know how, and honestly, I wasn't 100% sure why. And that's why I really needed a couple of days of research when I arrived here.
Yeah.
And that really helped me. And I sort of wish that I had been more brave to start and to dive in directly from the beginning.
Yeah.
Instead, I tend to be more cautious and observant in the beginning. So I observe my surroundings and I study and then I dive in. So in hindsight, I would say to try and calculate how much time you need and maybe add a week on top of that.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that you have enough time to fully enjoy, to fully appreciate and take advantage of the experience.
What is their opinion to come to an artist residency, which is initiated by an artist, run by a family almost. What is the difference? Because as I know that you have been very closely engaged with Rice Academy, which is a professional platform which provides the longest run residencies throughout the world, which offers residencies to many artists in the world. And this is absolutely probably a kind of a very contrasty coming here from Rice Academy. So how do you explain as an artist in resident, being experience of both the places, though you are here for a very little time, but still that would be beneficial to understand that what could be the position of these artist initiatives in throughout the world. So yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay, that's a very good question. I think there is not too much difference in terms of facilities between Rice Academy and Studio Goppo, for example. I do like the fact that that this is a residency space that is almost like a family run residency space.
Yeah.
So I felt much closer to my mentor than I did at Rice Academy, where it's more of an institution where I need to, I have space and I have some funding and I have a support system. And I do see it also as a family, of course, because working closely with other artists and with the tech specialists creates a very familiar relationship. However, there I did not have the guidance of a mentor who had the knowledge that I needed for that type of research that I was doing. I was supported a lot by different specialists, and we had to kind of sort out help from external members. So instead, I really appreciate being here, where I can I could take advantage of your expertise and your knowledge in chemistry and in photographic techniques, then I felt less on my own. Because in previous residencies, when I'm doing this type of work, it's me and it's books and the internet, and I am struggling to find the answers that I need without the help of a chemist or an external member. Instead, here I had someone with whom to bounce ideas off of, and we could troubleshoot some of the issues together. So I felt much safer. And of course, it's a completely different environment in a completely different continent. But I see, beauty and strength in both worlds. I think both coexist and work very well together. Especially for the kind of work that I'm doing, it's very important that I step out of the institutions and the concrete, and move closer to the nature that I work with, and immerse myself more in a natural environment whilst doing the research in the darkroom.
You didn't came here to visit Taj Mahal or to visit Jaipur or Jaisalmer, but you came to take the residency for just 2 weeks. So there must be some kind of an force, a kind of an energy, which actually on that basis you relied that okay, let's explore Studio Goppo so far.
Yes.
What is that?
Yeah.
If you can imagine or think about it.
If I can imagine, I will try to put it into words.
Yeah.
To the best of my abilities. I became very serious about it, and I sort of turned it somehow into my life work. And along the way, I got a little bit lost because I spent some time focusing on building a darkroom space in the center of Amsterdam, and with my other work and my job, I had a hard time focusing on the research and continuing the research experiments by myself, and I knew that I needed a fresher perspective and just a twist, a new point of view on this. And I had been reading about all these techniques from the 1800s throughout my research in many books, and I had never had the chance to try them properly, and I thought this is something that is going to help me move forward, is by getting closer to the core of photography. Because up until that moment, I was still just scratching the surface and only working on film and paper, and which also in a way goes in contrast with what I want this research to become, which is a fully sustainable way of making photography. So I knew that I wanted to print on alternative surfaces, and I have been collecting wooden planks and metal sheets and different types of materials from the garbage in the Netherlands for months. But I never had the courage to actually try and make an emulsion, or even to use some ready-made emulsion that I have in my fridge, in my darkroom. So I think I needed a little push. And so when I looked it up and I found on the website all the types of techniques that you use here and the philosophy around the place, I thought this is something where it would be nice to try and experiment more, and this way I can be closer to a type of nature that I don't have a chance to experience on the daily. So I can work with different types of plants, and I can hopefully experiment also with tanning and with the color dyeing. And of course, if I had more than 2 weeks, I would have spent more time doing that.
Absolutely.
And who knows, maybe I can come back someday.
Yeah, sure.
And continue. But yeah, I thought that this was going to help me, and I have to say it really did, because I expanded my knowledge, I gained more technical knowledge, and I also gained more inspiration for the creative side of associations.